Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Investor More, and we're back at the new Laundromat, and we're doing another quick video because I've got some questions for viewers and maybe even some other Laundromat owners about what we can do better, how we can improve this place. We have been open for a couple of weeks now. People are coming, which is great, but we definitely need more people to come in order to actually make money, which is kind of the goal here. So this is the Laundromat I took over from another defunct kind of owner, rented it out with a bunch of equipment in place, added a bunch of equipment, fixed it up, made it nicer, and we opened just recently. Now, we've got some updates on some of the bad versus good Laundromat people will talk to you about too, but I also wanted to see how dirty it was in here after the weekend, because we've been cleaning, but we don't have someone going in there every single day to clean. I was just curious if it's getting as messy as our other Laundromat, which is very small, because that one seems to always be dirty, but this one isn't as bad. And yeah, it needs some trash picked up. There are a bunch of dryer lint sheets someone just dropped everywhere. We got those up, but it could be way worse. So the main thing we wanted to figure out here today, though, too, was to make sure, there was enough quarters in the machines, which we'll show here at the end, and figure out if there's a better layout, some better things we can do in here to make people feel more comfortable. Because you go in here, it's pretty quiet. There's seating, there's lots of seating, but I don't know if it's arranged right. And unlike our other really small Laundromat where people kind of come in, drop their clothes off and leave, or even sit in their car because it's so tiny, people do stay here and they stay here with their families, they hang out. And so I'm just wondering if we need kind of a better hangout zone than what we've got right now. Just like this morning we came in there and there's a mom with her kid, and her kid had set up all the chairs in kind of like a square area and was laying on those, and just wasn't set up tremendous for that. So ironically, I heard from the old Laundromat guys, we'll talk about that in just a second in that machine, but I'm wondering if, like right here, maybe we should take out some of those chairs, put in a couch, a small table, move that folding table over to the side so there's more room. Should we make it, the walls have more color? We could obviously add some different things on the walls to make it more lively. We don't have music playing, so I've heard varying opinions on that. I don't want a TV. I've heard from a lot of people that TVs just are either people hate them or they don't care, and that's not a good situation. You want them to know when to hate stuff. So those are some of the ideas I'm looking for. And of course, I can't help myself but check some of our bigger machines to see if there's any money in them, which there is, which is good. This was just over the weekend. These machines definitely have the most money in them out of all of them, which is what I heard over and over again from watching other YouTube Laundromat people, and definitely holds true here. And that's one thing I want to do in my other tiny Laundromat is somehow get some slightly bigger machines. I don't think we can get that big, but at least some bigger ones. It's on a crawl space, so that makes it tricky. People have been using the dryers too, and so it's good to see that. And what really will give us an idea is the coin changer and how much money is in there. Even though it's not all profit, it gives us an idea of how much cash people are spending. So we had a decent collection last week, but definitely not enough to make us money. So we definitely want to increase the amount of people here. So not only making it feel good inside, but then, there's also some different things we can do through Facebook, advertising, different things on that side as well. And now this machine, we figured out wasn't working because the front overlay there wasn't attached right. The sticky pad wasn't taken off it, but now it's like kind of fuzzy. I don't know what's going on there. So anyway, here's our quarter changer, and this gives us a good indication. That's the lowest it's ever been in quarters, so that's fantastic. So that was a good sign. Usually there's maybe an inch or two of quarters gone, and seeing more quarters gone is awesome. And then someone said there's an easier way just to flip that top and get cash out. I have not been able to figure that out yet, and then I always have some problems filming with one hand and trying to get my super non-dexterous fingers in there. But that's a good amount of money for just the weekend. So hopefully we can keep it going during the week. Now, last weekend, we definitely had more customers coming in over the weekend, not as many during the week. But just so far today on Monday, we've seen multiple people in here working. So hopefully that continues with time. Okay, now, of course, we have an update on the good versus bad Laundromat. Guys, I found some used machines from my other Laundromat from some Laundromat guys. They said they could work on machines. They said they worked on them before. I bought some machines from them, and things seem to be going okay, but super duper slow the whole time. And so I put up with it. I didn't have any other choices, couldn't find any other people. Eventually, those super slow older laundromat guys referred me to someone else to help me install machines in this place because they weren't able to install machines. They're very, very heavy. Some weigh 800 pounds. Takes a lot of work, effort. So I found these other guys to help me, and they've been really, really good. They're fast. They're actually cheaper in the long run than the other guys because they actually do what they're supposed to do. And I've been having them do a lot of things. So anyway, if you've been following my channel, the old laundromat guys supposedly fixed all the dryers here. We opened up, 10 of them weren't working. They supposedly fixed dryers in my other laundromat. 2 of those stopped working right away. So he supposedly gave me refurbished washers. Pretty much all of those weren't working right. I've had them come back multiple times to repair them. And then this machine, I had them change prices on some of these machines. This machine was working fine. He tried to change the price on it. Couldn't get it to work. And I texted him, asked him what was going on, and he was just MIA, wouldn't come back. I sent the good laundromat guys to fix the dryers. Those guys decided to show up anyway. It's just been crazy, even though I told them not to come. So like a week and a half later, they finally texted me and said, oh yeah, we fixed the pricing on that machine. Turns out it had a bad board. Even though that machine was supposedly working just fine according to everybody and should not have had a bad board. And I was not happy. I'm like, hey, I'm not happy about this. And then he's like, well, I'm not happy you haven't paid me for all the work we did. And I said, I need an itemized receipt showing all the stuff you've done, not just hours worked, but what you've repaired. And I need to see what you guys have actually done. And he started throwing a fit. And I'm like, hey, 14 of the machines you guys worked on, I had to have someone else come over. And, well, no, it started out first this way. I said, a lot of the machines you guys worked on I've had to have someone else work on them. He's like, well, there was only a couple machines that happened with. I'm like, there were 14. And he's like, oh, okay, sorry. And that's kind of where we left it off. So I don't know. Like, they just keep working on stuff, even though I told them not to and haven't been responding to texts. And they have a huge bill that they want me to pay just for hours they put in, but they aren't telling me when they're working, what they're working on. And so that's why I want an itemized list of anything they've done. And then I can go back to them and be like, hey, you know, you didn't fix this stuff. This stuff wasn't fixed. It wasn't done right. This is ridiculous. And sorry for showing the same video over and over again, but I only had a short period of time to film. I didn't know how long I would be talking. But I'm pretty much done. So we'll see. Love to have ideas. We're going to make some changes here. Maybe add the vending machines and pop machine over here for my other laundromat too. And maybe make some other interior changes and then figure out, you know, some advertising stuff as well. But it's going better. We're getting more people there. And hopefully we can supercharge that a little bit. Love to hear what you think. Thanks a lot for everyone for helping me reach 100,000 subscribers. That was cool. I did a live earlier today if you saw that. And we'll be back with more soon.